And here's an interesting comment. This is from Jonathan Northcroft. Atletico, unpleasant but merited victors. Oblak, stunning. United, so many players that don't live up to their reputations. The gap between reputation and performance has been the case for 5 managers now. He uses the word unpleasant there. I mean, in many ways, that's exactly what Atleti were last night.
That's beautifully put, that.
But in an impressive way.
Yeah, I think... Listen, some people say they can't watch this type of football. It's got to be fantastic the way Barca played, tiki-taka, the way Pep sets his teams up, etc. But you also have to respect the way that he goes about it. Not everybody can have that perfect scenario of the ideal way of playing football. And there are other ways to win football matches. And he does it in a way that might not please many, but I do respect it. And I look at it from a player's point of view. Even if you win like that, you can see them players in their faces. They're just delighted to get through, and they know as a team there's a togetherness there. They all believe in it. They all understand it. They might not have the riches of the other teams to buy the superstars, but they find a way to win games. And they have got touches of class. With João Felix, we'll see the goal at some point. We saw it last night. Him, Griezmann, etc. But the way they win games, and they like to win games, is aggressive, hard, cute. Mad football.
What will it be like to play against?
That'd be nightmares to play against. It would. I mean, it's like he is the greatest we've ever seen at getting great players to buy into this negative way of football. I mean, I can respect it. I really respect him as a manager and a football character, but on the eye, it's not for me. You know, because but to get all these great players to do it, and he's frustrated. He absolutely toyed with Manchester United last night. You know, they would have been working on what to do, how to stop, and to be prepared for the dark arts, the tackles, all these type of things. So they knew it was coming, and yet they still fell for the tricks. He just out-kidded them. And you know, the way he gets, look at the positions you'll find Griezmann in here, arguably one of the top forwards in the world, just defending like a Trojan on the side. It's incredible.
Stop it here, Joe, as well. Yeah. This is the type of things that influence referees. that there, never a foul. But you look, one hand up here, another man, hands up, gesturing. Come on, ref. Give us something, ref. What you doing, ref? Pressure. They're pressuring the referee at Old Trafford and influencing the referee at Old Trafford. And that was Man United players.
How do you coach that into a group of players then?
It starts on the training ground and it comes from the manager. If you watch their manager on the training ground, he is gesturing at every single decision from minute 1 in the game. So for him to be doing that, and his players aren't a reflection of that, them players won't be at the club. And all the great teams, no matter what style of football they play, the best ones are a true reflection of their manager's personality. Yeah. And you see that with the way Tuchel's teams play, you see that with Jurgen Klopp's team, you see that with Pep's team. Simeone, different style, but an absolute reflection of his personality and the way he plays. Aggressive in his nature, competitive spirit, as a real togetherness. He's brought this team together. Look at that. That's what you want at the end of a game when you win, or togetherness.
Yeah, at this moment, Iri, when you've won a game, it doesn't matter how you play. Yeah. Whether you're Barcelona or whether you're Atletico Madrid, that's what it's all about. But it starts with the culture. Every player comes to the door. You'd be a fool not to know what you're getting yourself, what's expected of you. Hyper-competitiveness, dark arts, you have to be fit, you have to be driven, you have to be, at every single day, and that's what's expected. And if you do that, you'll be.
But also, you all have to buy into it. Like that doesn't work if only 3 or 4 of the team do it. And I love this message here from Rob saying United's gross transfer 1.4 billion over the past 10 years, and since 2011 they've won 2 Champions League knockout ties. The reason why I think that's relevant to this conversation is because you saw the players at the end, the Atleti players at the end. They know the quality of player that they've managed to do that to. And they've done it as a unit. They've done it through teamwork. And yet it's not scoring a brilliant goal.
I wouldn't say they've done it against the quality of player that they're playing against. They've done it against the history that surrounds the football club, that stadium. Man United and Old Trafford is a huge name in the game. That's more of the importance, I think, why they're celebrating, not about the players on that pitch, because you see it week in, week out. Teams walk out onto that pitch and want to go toe-to-toe with Man United. There isn't that respect or that fear anymore that's at Old Trafford that was once there. So it's very different in terms of the makeup of the players there and how teams approach Man United nowadays.
Can you talk to us? I mean, you didn't play in teams that did that, but you would have had moments where you had a little set to with another player on a football field. How do you know when you're really getting under the skin of an opposition player?
I did play for teams that we did set about that type of things, not to the extent Atletico Madrid do. I think and again, you know, obviously we know Jose Mourinho, we know his character. That was expected. A level of that was expected. I bought into it. I was aggressive. I would compete for everything. And it's almost like, well, this is it. If you want to be part of this group of players, you have to do it. So I had to develop that side of my game even more. I've always been quite a spiky character on a football pitch, but you buy into it. Everyone's doing it, and that's what you do. And listen, I love football in the purest sense of it, but I can also appreciate and respect the tenacity and the aggression it takes to win. And Simeone's arguably the best ever at doing that. I don't know how he gets so many world-class players to do that. It's an incredible achievement from him. And it'd be interesting, can he take that, if he ever leaves Atletico Madrid, maybe for the Manchester United job, who knows? Can he take that and implement it somewhere else, in another country, in a different culture, with a different group of players, and how that will look? It'll be interesting.